Hey everybody, today I'm doing another video for my common makeup problem series that I did. This is probably going to be the last one, so be sure to leave your requests for more of these videos in the comments down below if you want to see more of them, but this is probably going to be the last video. This is going to be all about how to conceal your pores or help reduce the appearance of large pores. I know so many people struggle with this and you guys highly requested this too, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I wanted to mention, because this makes the biggest difference in my skin, is my PMD. This is a personal microdermabrasion system. I've done videos and reviews on this, so I'll be sure to link those down below. This basically gently removes the top layer of your skin. So it doesn't hurt your skin or anything. It's not bad for you. You just don't want to do it too much. They recommend, I think, once a week, not more than that. I do it about once a month or just whenever I want to give myself a nice facial, but this is the only thing that I've done where I can actually see my pores looking smaller. Like, there's so many products that claim to shrink your pores. Nothing is going to shrink your pores. That's just the way they are. It can be hereditary. It can just be the way your skin is. If you previously had a lot of acne or if you have oily skin, you can have larger pores. There's nothing we can do about it. For me personally, I don't like to worry about it too much, so I recommend just trying to be comfortable in your own skin with and without makeup the best that you can, because as long as you take care of your skin and you eat a healthy diet and drink plenty of water, then there's nothing really you can do about it other than help reduce the appearance. So that's what I'm here to help you guys with. But just kind of as a heads up, just try to accept that that's how it is. It doesn't even look that bad. It's not that noticeable. It might be more noticeable to you compared to other people. Anyways, I went on a little bit of a rant, but I will show you guys a little clip from the previous video that I did on how I actually use this and the difference it makes in my skin. I'm pretty sure I had a before and after when I used it the last time, but it basically removes that top layer of your skin, so it's not going to look as rough, so you're not going to be able to see the dips and the ridges and stuff that are actually in the pore up really close, you know what I mean? So it just kind of smooths over that to where it doesn't have as sharp of an edge. If you imagine a pore kind of like a crater, so if you had sharp edges or if your skin has dead skin on top, if you were to remove that, it's going to be really nice smooth skin, so visually you're not going to be able to see it as much. They're going to be a lot smaller in size. So I noticed a difference with that. So I recommend doing this at night and then applying a really heavy thick moisturizer and just whatever other skin products you like to use, and then the next morning you can do your makeup and you can already tell a difference. It's just going to go on a lot smoother. So now, as far as what you can actually do for your makeup, I'm going to take you through my face routine really quick whenever I want to really cover them up. So the first thing I do is just apply the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. This is just going to help hydrate my skin and prep for makeup. I just spritz this all over. You can use drugstore ones or just skip that if you want. Then I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer. So this primer really helps to fill in those pores and just make it less obvious. It has a really thick texture. It's very like silicone feeling, but it's not too slippery. It doesn't make your makeup slide off or anything. It just kind of smooths over those pores and just fills them in so you have a really nice base. There are drugstore options to these. I really love the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. I need to pick up another one of those. I'm totally out, but I really like that under mineral makeup, but it also helps to fill in pores. So that's a great drugstore alternative. I'm pretty sure NYX also makes a pore filler primer, so there's lots of alternatives. I'll be sure to list all these products and my recommendations for cheaper versions on a blog post with this video, but this is just the one I had on hand, so I wanted to share it with you guys. And it did make a difference in my pores. I can already tell that they looked smooth out just by looking at my bare skin. So if you weren't going to wear makeup, you could always just smooth a little bit of this over those problem areas. I wouldn't put all over your face, just where you need it the most. So now for foundation, I highly recommend using a matte foundation. I like matte foundations anyways because they make my skin look the most flawless, especially in the summertime. I don't like it to look too cakey or anything. I've done videos all about how to prevent cakey makeup, so I will list that down below if you need some help on that. I also have some hot weather makeup tutorials that are great for if you have oily skin or if it's really humid where you are. But the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation is really great because it is matte and it also just gives you the most flawless finish. It covers up everything. I even use this as concealer sometimes. It just works great. So what I like to do is just kind of smooth this over my face and then also stipple it in. I'm actually using the e.l.f. Selfie Ready foundation brush. This is my favorite, really cheap. You can get this at Target or CVS, anywhere where they sell e.l.f. products, but I just like to stipple it into my skin, especially around those problem areas. That's going to help press the foundation into my pores instead of just smoothing over it to where you might still be able to see some of that, or it might not look like the same texture. So just kind of pressing it in is really going to help. I don't recommend applying too much foundation. You don't want to cake it up. And if you apply too little, then it might not be enough to kind of fill in your pores. So it's not going to clog up your skin or anything. This is non-comedogenic, which is awesome, but it's just going to help make them appear less noticeable because it has that matte texture. Anything shiny or glittery is going to make pores stand out so much. It really emphasizes texture, especially when the light hits your skin. So you want to avoid anything super shiny or shimmery, especially when it comes to blush and highlighter. So after my foundation sets and everything dries, I like to use the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder, and I just use a kabuki brush to dab this onto my skin. Again, you want to use dabbing motions, that way it's pressing that into your skin. You could use the little puff that comes with it, it's underneath, but I find that applies too much product. You want to be pretty sparingly with this, but this is just a really finely milled translucent powder. I really like translucent powders because they don't make your face look too cakey. This is just so fine in texture that it gives your skin the most flawless finish. That's why it's called Perfect Finish HD powder. I think it's like $3. You can't beat that, and it just makes your skin look so flawless and you can't even see your pores. So now I'm just applying my contour. I'm just using a matte bronzer for that as well. I'm skipping anything shimmery. And then now onto blush, I'm using the e.l.f. blush palette. I really like this palette because it has tons of matte blushes. One of them actually does have a little bit of shimmer, but it's not noticeable or anything. I like using the Sigma large angle contour, and I just kind of dab that onto my cheekbones. So anything matte is going to be great. Shimmery blushes really emphasize pores, so you want to avoid that. So then when it comes to highlighter, I'm using my e.l.f. illuminating palette. I still really like to highlight my skin, and it can bring out the pores, but what I like to do is use a highlighter that is not as extravagant, like it's not super shimmery. This is pretty natural looking, but it still gives your skin a really nice glow. It's just super natural. It's really hard to describe, but it's basically a really finely milled, just fine textured highlighter. So when I apply this, I just focus it on that outer portion. I don't bring it down onto my cheekbone because that's where the pores are the largest. I just do a little C around the corner of my eye. I also apply some on my brow bone. Just avoiding the center of your face where the pores are the largest is important. So now that I'm done with my makeup, I can already tell that I can barely see my pores, only if I look really closely, but they're not too noticeable. And again, my biggest tip is to use that PMD. It makes the world of difference. If you don't have that or you don't want to purchase it, I recommend at least using an exfoliator. Any type of skin scrub or anything like that is just going to help slough out that dead skin and make the world of a difference in the texture when you go to apply your makeup. So that's it for this video. I'll have a little recap of all of my tips as well as all the products that I use listed on the blog post that goes with this video. That'll be the first link in the description box below. If you want to check out the other videos from this series, I'll have the playlist down below. I've done tons of these with lots of different common makeup problems that everyone struggles with and some really helpful solutions to them. Leave me your tips and tricks in the comments down below for everyone else to see how you like to conceal your large pores, or if you have any other products that you want to recommend, please leave them down below to help everyone out. I also wanted to remind you guys I still have my giveaway going on. You can win a Beauty For Real Blush and Glow Stick, which is a highlighter and blush stick. So I will link that giveaway video down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye everyone. Hey guys, today I'm showing you a really easy drugstore makeup look that I'm going to be doing. I'm also sharing how I did my hair and my outfit. I actually went to a little winery cookout